gave you the idea of opening up your home as a bed and breakfast, as a homestay?
Well, I think one of the main reasons is that Fairlight is such a beautiful area. It's actually very close to Manly, only a 15-minute walk, and I like people, and I'd be very happy to have people into my home. I share the ambience with them, and they can actually use this as their home whilst they're in Sydney.
What's the story of this painting, Bob?
Actually, I had it painted for me in Haiti, and it's amazing is the fact that the eyes on all the animals have human eyes, because in Haiti they haven't got a zoo, and it's in a third dimension because it just all stands out. It's an amazing painting. It was painted by a famous Haitian painter, and it arrived in Australia. I had it actually framed in Manly, and the only way I could get it home was actually me and another chap carried it the 15 minutes home. It was a pretty ordeal.
I'm imagining one of those old movies where they used to walk in, with glass panes and
That's
people
right.
in streets. And
It was actually a windy day as well, which made it even more difficult. But on the wall, it certainly adds great pleasure. I've just actually had a French couple staying here for a week, and they actually loved it. They also, in the meantime, they also went away to Cairns, and then they came back, and their last night was spent here before flying back to France. I was able to give them all the information on Cairns, on Queensland, flights.
Tell us a little bit about this painting.
This is actually painted by Pearl Hart, a very famous Australian painter. It's actually called the Golden Calf. Actually, there was a series of religious paintings, and this was one of them. And it just shows man and his lifestyle as in a biblical scene, but set in Australia.
How did you acquire these paintings?
I purchased this one around 1973, so I've been collecting art for many, many years, and I just found that it was very interesting, the colour, the movement of the painting, and naturally you hope you're going to buy something which one day could be valuable.
How did you get to be here yourself? How did you end up here in Fairlight?
Well, originally I was born in Newcastle and came to Sydney when I was 19. This is the second home I've lived in. I've been in this house for 39 years now. I've done lots of renovations over the years, brand new kitchen, bathroom, general renovations to make it a very comfortable lifestyle.
I was going to ask about lifestyle. How do you yourself enjoy, why do you want to live in Manly, or here in Fairlight? Why do you want to live here?
Well, it's so convenient. I mean, of all places to live in Sydney, the northern beaches is beautiful. I mean, there's masses of beaches you can go to visit, but also the fact that you can just relax here. When people come to the house, it's a homestay more than a bed and breakfast. I want people to settle in, enjoy the house. They can stay as long as they like during the day, or go out sightseeing, whatever they want to do, but I want them to treat this house like their own home.
Is it how convenient is it to get to places from here?
Very convenient. There's buses from Manly to Ringa Mall, to the northern beaches. As I said, there's also actually direct bus routes into the city of a morning and an evening, and basically it's a very convenient spot to be.
Do people need to bring anything to come and stay here?
No, everything is supplied other than their clothes. But actually, breakfast is included, which will be a continental breakfast, and that will depend on what the people would like to eat themselves.
How would you describe the neighbourhood? Is it a noisy place? Is it what kind of place is it?
No, there's no planes flying over the head. It's just a nice, quiet place. The master bedroom has shutters, so you can actually pull the shutters down and make it at midday as dark as midnight.
And this one, Bob, what's the story of this painting?
It's called The Gatherers by a Frenchman, Jules Michel, and he lives in Australia for quite a few years. It's again quite an amazing painting. It has brush strokes, which no one can quite work how he did his work, but the painting has fluid. It's fluid. It actually moves when you're looking at it, and someone even said to me once, it's possibly the same woman in both on the left and the right, but a moment later in time.
Have you met this particular?
Yes,
artist?
I actually went to Perpignan in south of France and met Jules and his wife. Most interesting painter, most interesting person, and he was very pleased to know that I have quite a few of his works. And again, it's just lovely having his paintings on the wall. In fact, I have another painting of his, which is an elder of an Aboriginal tribe carrying the fire stick over here. He was actually very interested in the Aboriginal lifestyle and the people. He also lived for quite a while in Broken Hill, and he was a very good friend of Pro Harts.